Have you ever taken a moment to observe how neighborhoods can undergo remarkable changes almost overnight? Picture this, a quiet community where cozy little shops stand alongside modest homes, providing a sense of charm and familiarity. Then, as if by magic, the scenery shifts dramatically. Suddenly, a wave of chic eateries and upscale boutiques sweeps through, altering the landscape in an almost surreal manner. But this transformation is not the result of magic. It's a phenomenon known as gentrification. A process through which a formerly low-income or working-class neighborhoods morphs into a center of affluence. As new, wealthier residents and businesses settle in, the very essence of the neighborhoods undergoes a shift. However, this transformation often comes at the price of displacing long-standing residents, as the once affordable living spaces become financially unattainable. While gentrification isn't a new concept, cities have witnessed this phenomenon for centuries. It has, however, gained momentum in the recent decades, fueled by a combination of factors. Economically, the surge in property values, increased investments, and robust job growth act as magnets for newcomers. Cultural allure also plays its part, attracting creative industries, artistic endeavors, and vibrant nightlife, weaving themselves into the fabric of these neighborhoods. Policy interventions like ambitious urban redevelopment ventures and enticing tax incentives contribute to the evolving landscape. However, these factors just paint a picture of gentrification as a complex issue, but it has rather far-reaching consequences and impacts. It disrupts established communities, leaving displacement in its wake. This heart-wrenching effect fractures social networks and unsettles lives. The demographics of these neighborhoods shift, altering income levels, educational attainment, and even the racial composition. Local businesses and services, which are the lifeblood of these communities, often struggle to adapt to the evolving dynamics. A diverse array of case studies paints a vivid picture of gentrification's impact in cities across the globe. From San Francisco's evolving landscape to Brooklyn's changing skyline and Berlin's diverse outcomes, these examples illuminate both the positive and negative consequences of this urban tide. For example, in New York City, neighborhoods like the East Village and Williamsburg in Brooklyn have undergone significant gentrification. The influx of young, wealthy professionals has led to rising rents and the displacement of long-time residents, showcasing the tension between the old and new, affordability and exclusivity. Across the Atlantic, London's Shoreditch in East London serves as another prime example of recent gentrification. Formerly a hub of artistic expression, this neighborhood now bustles with artists, musicians, and creative professionals, transforming it into a haven for trendy establishments. Yet, this evolution also raises questions about authenticity and inclusivity. In contrast, San Francisco's Mission District tells a tale of another dramatic change. Once predominantly Latino, the neighborhood now grapples with the consequences of escalating costs and exclusivity. Preserving its cultural heritage has eventually become a pressing concern as the area's fabric reshapes due to an influx of wealthier residents. Berlin's Kreuzberg, too, experiences gentrification's effects. Formerly a center of Turkish culture, the neighborhood now gradually attracts young, affluent professionals, sparking both excitement and concern. The delicate balance between preserving cultural diversity and embracing new dynamics is at the heart of Kreuzberg's transformation. Now we can see that these examples underscore the complexity of gentrification in global cities. Its effects range from revitalizing neighborhoods through economic growth and cultural diversity to displacing long-time residents and reshaping the social fabric. This duality of its economic implications is what makes this phenomenon interesting. As on one hand, the rising property values and rent prices shifts the property taxes and alters the financial landscape for long-term residents. Yet, on the other hand, there is another aspect to this economic story: the paradoxical role of gentrification in neighborhoods' revitalization, as it is also believed to attract investment and economic activity, breathing new life into previously overlooked areas. As we peel back the layers of gentrification, we'll discover that the government and policymakers are somewhat liable and have the power to rather shape the narrative of the inevitable transformation. As zoning restrictions and land use policies delicately weave into the fabric of this phenomenon, they frequently control the overall course of gentrification. It all comes down to the initiatives aimed at preserving affordable housing that rather collides with displacement currents, varying its effectiveness accordingly. In many such cases, the community participation should become integral, allowing residents to have a say in the development decisions and striving to find a delicate balance between progress and preservation. Often, communities are the ones who must rather stand strong against the tide of gentrification, with local movements challenging its influence, activists making their voices heard, and developing protective strategies to safeguard affordable housing. The valuable contributions of residents, activists, and experts in the past have been recognized for their ability to enhance our understanding of gentrification. Their stories have provided a human perspective, adding depth and nuance to the discourse. All things aside, as urban designers, we can understand that creating a balance between the urban development with the needs of the community is a rather delicate art, and aiming to harmonize growth with heritage is actually a very difficult task. The equitable development must take a center stage. The solution actually lies in models like mixed-income housing that holds the promise to cater diverse housing needs, while embracing a spectrum of social diversity. Innovative concepts like community land trusts and cooperative housing schemes must be opted to safeguard neighborhoods against affordability challenges in the face of transformation. But ultimately, the long-term solutions actually hinges on collaborative urban design and planning, where stakeholders come together to craft a shared vision that ensures a harmonious evolution. Addressing the systemic issues at the core of gentrification, which requires a holistic effort that extends beyond housing to encompass education, employment, and social services. With knowledge and awareness at the forefront, education paving the path to prevent displacement, enabling communities to proactively engage in the discourse surrounding urban development. Wrapping up this video, it's evident that gentrification presents a multifaceted challenge demanding our attention. Through collaborative efforts, we possess the ability to forge a future that's fair and inclusive for everyone. Thank you for being here. While there's still a lot more ground to cover on the topic of gentrification, we'll be concluding this session for now. If you'd like to delve deeper, you can find further insights in our article about gentrification on our website. You'll find the link provided in the description.